If you have a business or you do bookkeeping for business owners, you know now is the time that you need to wrap up your year-end financial statements. If you've heard the phrase closing the books, this is exactly what it means. You simply make sure that you have all of your money coming in and money going out of your business recorded and reconciled so that your financial statements reflect accurate data. You'll use this data to prepare your tax return, so it's extremely important that you do this correctly. In today's podcast episode, you'll learn the top tasks that you need to do to close out your books, whether you're using a computerized software system like QuickBooks, Xero, Wave, or FreshBooks for your business finances, or if you're doing your bookkeeping manually with an Excel spreadsheet or even a Google document. Many of the processes are the same regardless of which system you use to do your bookkeeping. Having your financial statements and your bookkeeping ready so that you can have your tax return prepared on time with little or no stress is the ultimate goal here. Whether you're just getting started with your business, you're a self-employed individual, a solopreneur, entrepreneur, small business owner, bookkeeper, or virtual assistant, I want you to make sure that you're prepared to file your taxes on time, feeling confident that you have accurate data. If you ever wondered what you need to do to finalize your end-of-the-year bookkeeping and financial statements, listen in as I walk you through the steps you need to take today. If you're a business owner who wants to take your business to the next level, whether you're starting a business, you're building your business, or you're serious about growing your business, I want to invite you to work with me so that you can meet your goals in the most accelerated, streamlined, and efficient way possible that also aligns with your life and the impact that you want to make with your business. As a CPA, business strategist, and coach, I've created 2 options for you to choose from when you work with me. The first is my Mastering Your Small Business Finances Profit Lab. This is a group program where we have live weekly business meetings and coaching sessions to answer your questions so that you can generate revenues and increase the profit in your business. You can learn more about the Profit Lab by going to financialadventure.com/profit. Or, if you like the idea of working with me on a more private, one-on-one basis, you can schedule a free consultation session where we'll go over where you currently are in your business and where you'd like to see yourself and your business in the future. During this session, we'll begin to map out the steps you need to take to achieve your goals. I'm helping my clients start their businesses, become more profitable, set strategies to move their business forward, and take control of their business and their finances while allowing them the balance and ability to enjoy their personal lives by utilizing business strategy, coaching, mentorship, and support. You can schedule your session today by going to financialadventure.com and clicking on the Work With Me button. By taking action in your business, you'll achieve your goals. By keeping everything simple, you'll avoid confusion and overwhelm. You'll understand your business finances, your next steps, and you'll follow through with the vision that you have for your business. My goal is to help you dream big, follow your heart, and love what you do. You're listening to the Mastering Your Small Business Finances podcast, where we get straight to the point on topics that ultimately affect your bottom line. That's right, as an entrepreneur with a small business, money management, growth, marketing, they all affect your bottom line. I'm your host, Chris Ponick. I'm a certified public accountant, and I've been helping small business owners like you navigate and easily understand these complicated topics for over 25 years. I'm a wife, a mom, a grandmother, and a small business owner myself, so I know your time is valuable. In my free time, I make the best sugar cookies and have mastered an amazing chocolate chip cookie recipe. And that's not just my opinion. You're in the right place. I promise your time will be well spent here. Each week, you'll gain confidence and clarity while making a successful impact on your business and grow your bottom line. Get comfy, grab a cookie, and let's get straight to the point with this week's episode. Welcome back. Closing the books or finalizing your financial statements is something you need to do so that you know you have accurate information to report on your tax return. This is the process to make sure that all of your financial transactions are recorded, up to date, and accurate. If all of this talk about financial statements and taxes is starting to raise your anxiety, I want you to take a deep breath in and release it slowly. This does not need to be hard or stressful, especially when you know exactly what you need to do and you have someone that you know you can trust to help you out if you get stuck. I understand you may have lots of questions, and that's why I'm here for you. Sometimes all you need is to be pointed in the right direction, and that's exactly why I wanted to talk about this topic today. You might be asking why I think now is the best time to close out your books or finalize your financial statements. And simply put, it's normally when you have received your bank and credit card statements, you can have all your transactions recorded for the year, and then can reconcile to ensure you have everything accounted for. It's when you can make any final adjustments so that all your balances are correct. You'll also need to have certain information recorded so that you can keep up with compliance matters, such as issuing any 1099s by January 31st. If you don't have all your information recorded, how will you know how much you've paid your vendors? Making sure that you have everything caught up by mid-January will help you meet these deadlines as well. I've covered what 1099s are and what you need to do to file them in a previous podcast episode. If you'd like, you can go back and listen to that episode so that you know what your business is required to file. We're going to start off with touching on what your financial statements include. There are two main reports that you will need to file your tax return. The first is your balance sheet, and the second is your profit and loss report or your income statement. Either of these two titles refer to the same report. I'll refer to this report throughout this podcast as your income statement. These two reports will encompass everything you record in your bookkeeping within your business. The first step I want you to take in closing your books is to make sure that you've recorded all of your invoices for the year. Once these invoices have been recorded, make sure that you look over your accounts receivable balances. These are the amounts that your customers owe you. If you find that any of your balances are off, you need to make adjustments so they are reflecting the correct balances as of the end of the year. If you have balances that you know you will never be able to collect on, you can write these off as bad debt. Your accounts receivable balance shows up on your balance sheet in your assets section since it reflects money that you'll be receiving in the future. Next, you should do this same process for your bills. Once you've recorded all of your bills or payments to your vendors, you can look over your accounts payable balances to ensure that they are all accurate as well. If you need to make any adjustments, now is the time to do this. Your accounts payable balance shows up on your balance sheet in your liability section since it includes amounts that you need to pay. If you have a credit card for your business, I want you to make sure that you've recorded all the transactions through the end of the year. Your credit card balance will show up on your balance sheet in the liability section as well, since this balance is also a balance that you will need to pay in the future. Once you've received your bank and credit card statements, it's time to reconcile them. This is something I recommend you do on a monthly basis so that when you get to the end of the year, you only have your last month to reconcile. If you're behind, make sure that you reconcile each and every month to ensure that you've captured every single transaction. Many clients will miss bank service charges or interest when they're not reconciling their bank statements. When you're reconciling your statements, watch for any outstanding withdrawals or deposits. If you see outstanding transactions, make sure that they are still going to clear. This is where many clients will find duplicate or missing entries if they're using a computerized software system for their bookkeeping, such as QuickBooks. If you find you need to make any adjustments on outstanding transactions, make sure that you do this before you close your books. Now it's time to look over your balance sheet. I recommend taking a look at your balance sheet to make sure that every account that is listed has the correct balance. You'll start with your assets section. If you've reconciled your bank accounts and cleared up any outstanding transactions, these accounts should be correct. You'll also see your fixed assets, accounts receivable, and inventory if your business has these accounts. Next, look over your liability section on your balance sheet. Here you'll see balances such as accounts payable, credit card payable, payroll liabilities, sales tax payable, and loan balances. You can confirm any loan amounts by looking at your loan statements. Towards the end of your balance sheet, you'll see your equity section. Make sure that these amounts are correct as well. The income statement is the next report that I want you to take a look at. This report will list all of your income and expenses for the year. You can go through each of your accounts to make sure that you have recorded each entry in the correct account. If anything needs to be changed, this is the time to make the change. Make sure that you do not have any personal expenses showing up on your income statement. These expenses would be recorded as a draw and would show up in the equity section of your balance sheet. If you have any business expenses that you've paid for personally, you'll want to make sure that you have these recorded in your financial statements as well. These may require you to use a journal entry to enter the transactions. One of the most popular adjusting entries at the end of the year is the mileage deduction entry. If you're using the standard mileage deduction method of recording your automobile expenses, you need to make an entry to get this amount in your financial statements. You're required to have a log of all of your business trips made throughout the year. When you add up the total number of business miles that you have driven throughout the year, you'll calculate your standard mileage deduction by taking your total business miles and multiplying this number by the standard mileage rate for the year. This can be a considerable amount if you do a lot of driving for your business, so make sure you're keeping a log so that you can take advantage of this deduction. I tell clients that if they're not tracking this, they might as well throw a dollar bill out the window every time they drive 2 miles for business. If you do a lot of driving, that could really add up. When your financial statements are correct, I recommend closing the books by setting a lock date if you're using QuickBooks or QuickBooks Online. This will prevent you from accidentally recording any entries in your closed period. It would also be a good time to do a backup of your QuickBooks file if you're using the desktop version. Now that your financial statements are complete, you can contact your tax preparer to have your taxes done. I recommend getting your information to your tax preparer early. They get extremely busy, and I'm sure they would appreciate having ample time to prepare your tax return. Imagine having a system in place where you spend less time buried in paperwork and more time doing what you love. That's where I help my clients. They're able to have proper processes in place, understand why they're following through with these processes, and they have more peace of mind when it comes to their business. Striking a balance between the demands of running a business and maintaining a fulfilling personal life is an art. It's about creating an environment where you can thrive and support the lifestyle you want. By being proactive and setting up efficient processes, you can ensure a smoother, more enjoyable year-end, and you'll be prepared to file any necessary filings with the IRS. By working with me, you'll change more than just your bookkeeping processes. Like many of the clients I've worked with, you'll go from not knowing how to get through all the stressful situations or being unprepared to being totally in control of exactly what you're choosing to get done at the time you want to have it accomplished by, all while knowing you're doing enough and you're able to enjoy your business and your personal life. I help clients just like you with strategy, mentorship, and coaching. When you work with me, you'll show up much more differently than you do today. And after all, this is ultimately what you want in your life, right? Come and join me. When I work with clients throughout the year, they're able to reduce their stress and overwhelm, understand how to master their small business finances, develop solutions to grow their bottom line, and create a work-life balance that they truly enjoy. I encourage you to take the next step by signing up for a free consultation where I'm going to teach you the first step in my process so that you can eliminate stress, overwhelm, or overworking in your professional or your personal life, while you continue to get done what matters so that you can live your life with joy, purpose, and a more fulfilled life. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions you have. I'd love to help you on this journey. You can schedule your free consultation or sign up for a coaching session today at financialadventure.com. As a certified public accountant and certified life coach, I can help you set goals and develop a plan that will allow you to lead a happier and more sustainable life in your business, your career, or your personal life. I'm here to guide you through the financial aspects of your business, as well as help you focus on the strategies that you need to follow to reach the success that you want to achieve in your professional or personal life, and stay committed so that you can continue to keep pushing forward and relieve the stress, anxiety, and overwhelm that you're currently feeling. Having an accountant and certified life coach like me can provide you with valuable insights and ideas to help you simplify your life, which enables you to go back to enjoying your professional and your personal life. I work with business owners, accountants, and other financial professionals to create the actionable steps that they need to take to ultimately achieve their goals, while getting relief from the stress and overwhelm they feel from the pressure of owning a business, deadlines, and the workload they face every day. If you're struggling with this as well, and would like some help developing a solution, help strengthen and maintain your emotional health, increase your well-being, create a more positive, happy, and joyful life, set and achieve your goals, and manage your relationships, you can go to financialadventure.com and click on the Work With Me button. Sign up now. I help people get results and live a more joyful life. I know there's something that you want in your life, and I can help you get it. Are you ready to enjoy your life now? Why would you want to wait? Are you ready to make bigger, bolder, stronger life goals? I'm looking forward to meeting with you soon and digging deeper to see where you currently are in your business or your career, and start creating actionable steps so that you can reach your vision and your goals for the future. Not only in your business or your career, but also in your personal life. I'm ready to work with you, see all of your successes, and watch you thrive in your business or your career while creating your best work-life balance. I'll post links to this and other valuable resources for business owners and accountants where you're listening to this podcast. And you know I'm going to ask, what's at least one thing that you'll take away from this episode that will help your business succeed and grow your bottom line? If you need some accountability, join our private Facebook community and post your action item. We'd love to support you. Thanks for taking the time to tune into this episode of Mastering Your Small Business Finances. If you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed creating it for you, I'd love for you to give it a 5-star rating and subscribe to the show so you never miss an episode. Visit financialadventure.com for the show notes, links from this episode, and while you're there, leave a comment if you have a topic you're interested in learning more about that affects your bottom line. If you're looking for a community where you can ask questions and get feedback about your small business, join my private Facebook group. You can find the links to this group and more on financialadventure.com. And remember, any financial information shared on this podcast is not to be considered professional, financial, or tax advice and should not be solely relied upon. Please consult your CPA or tax advisor for an opinion on your specific circumstances. I'm looking forward to having you tune in next time. Until then, dream big, follow your heart, and love what you do.